We truly need to be more compassionate for ourselves and for others. Hello, welcome to another episode of A Few Minutes with Marvin. I inspire those who aspire to make positive changes in their lives. And today I really want to focus on compassion. And what does that mean for you? Why do you need to embody more compassion? What is true compassion? From my perspective, it's really aligning yourself to knowing that everything happens for a reason. Everything. And we can't control some of these things that are happening, right? We can certainly seek help from our higher selves, from our angels and archangels and guides, and from the Supreme Being, from my perspective, which is the source, the creator of all. We really need to start embodying our compassion for ourselves, for our situations, for our families' situations, for our friends' situations. We need to stop judging those situations. If you do this, you start elevating, evolving to new heights in your spiritual growth as a person, as a being here on earth, as a father, as a mother, as a son, as a brother, as a sister, as a daughter. But you have to see that everything is an illusion. Everything is energy. And what's coming in now, there's some hard energies that we're having to deal with. I'm not saying they're harder than in the past, but they're different. They're different in that they're really pulling at you in different directions. They're really causing flux and confusion, and in some places chaos. And the more that you recognize that these are energies that are really just trying to keep you stuck, keep you in lack, keep you in fear, keep you in worry, keep you in doubt for your future, doubt for your family, keep you in a state of panic, right? Why are those energies here? Because they're just energies that want to be experienced, from my perspective. But they're energies that are here to keep you under control, to keep you comfortable in your life where you are now, even though your soul and your heart's screaming, saying, "Get me out of here." Not in a sense of leaving this physical, but just we got to evolve. We're here for more. We're better than this. We are more powerful than this, right? And some of you may be feeling some ascension symptoms, right? Whether it's migraines or heart attack feelings or depression, right? You think that your world is falling apart. But if you just dig a little deeper, go a little deeper into meditation, you realize that this is part of your growth, this is part of your evolution, and this is what you're meant to be experiencing. So have compassion for yourself in these moments. Really think, is this a real physical pain that I need to go to a doctor for? Or is it just some kind of sign telling me to slow down, to check in with myself, check in with my environment, check in with my family and friends. How's everybody doing? Is everybody okay? And then if they're not judging them where they are or the choices that they're making, or not trying to control what they're doing or saying, right, or feeling. Same for yourself. You need to check in with yourself. Say, why am I having this pain? What's it telling me? And if you need to go, seek help. Seek help from a therapist, from a friend, from a neighbor, from a doctor. I'm not saying don't do those things if that's what resonates for you, but talk to yourself first, and then ground yourself in Dr. Nature, as I call her, because the answers are really, they're all here. We just really have to stop distracting ourselves with everything else that's out there, right? You know what I'm talking about. I say it enough in all my videos, but there's a lot of distractions out there. So you need to recognize what's a distraction and what's really bringing you passion, and start doing more of what brings you passion. And when you have these feelings of doubt and fear and worry, make sure you're compassionate with yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Don't go further into depression. Know that you need to allow this to be here. It wants to be experienced, so experience it. Don't allow it to control you, but also release it with compassion and with the love, right? For the lesson that it taught you. There's a lesson here. There's a lesson here. Seek the lesson. Don't focus on the problem. Focus on what it's meant to teach you. And the more you start doing that with compassion and kindness for yourself, right? Take those moments to cry it out, to yell it out, to scream it out. But then be done with that. Say, okay, that's an aspect that I experience right now. I choose to release it with love and compassion. Same with any situation you may be having at work, with coworkers. If all of a sudden they're just attacking you and throwing you under the bus, and you feel overwhelmed, stop and take a deep breath and say, okay, this is a projection. I am projecting this out, and this person is bringing it back to me. Why? What's the lesson here? What cycle am I in? That my soul is saying, all right, recognize this. Do you still want this? Do you want these people attacking you? Do you want this negativity coming at you? Do you want to feel these pains? No? Okay. It's time to let them flow through you, right? Accept that they're there and release them with love. And do it with compassion for yourself and compassion for them. Because even though I see it as a mirror that it's really me, it's still another soul, it's still another being that's in your now space. So show them the compassion that they're looking for, right? Sometimes people act out just to be heard or seen, not for you to say, oh, you're bad, that's bad behavior, or oh, I'm so sorry for you, and just have a pity party for them. That's really not what people are looking for, and that's not what you should be looking for either. So when you see this in other people, do your best to take yourself out of the situation and try not to judge them, right? And if there is a nice word or something or a resource that you can give them to help them along, by all means, be of service. But you'll be more of service by just stepping out of the situation and holding light and love to that soul, that situation, that person, that animal, whomever. Acknowledge that they're having their own experience and you have your experiences, and just give them grace and the space for them to experience what they need to experience. And if they're trying to drag you into their experience, always remember you can set an energetic boundary, not a mean or hateful boundary, or oh no you didn't boundary. Set a boundary of, I see your energy, I send you compassion and love for your situation, but I cannot embody your situation. I choose not to experience what you're experiencing, but I certainly send you well wishes and blessings for your experience. so that you can learn the lesson that it's meant to teach you. And if I'm meant to be a part of that experience for just a few minutes, I do so with love and grace, but with compassion, but always having my own boundaries and knowing that I need compassion as well. And I'll accept it from you, from anybody else, but mostly from myself. So, compassion is important. It's going to help you get through this next phase in your evolution, in your ascension. No matter what it looks like to you, what you're experiencing now, do it with compassion for yourself and with the knowledge and faith and trust that this too shall pass. It's just something you're meant to experience, and so experience it. But don't beat yourself up over it. If it's a repetitive cycle that you've seen before, don't judge yourself for making the same decision again that puts you back into a cycle. Show yourself compassion, and then learn from the situation, and know that next time it shows up as a choice, you can choose a different choice. Right? It can be that simple. So allow it to be that simple. But this world needs compassion from you and from others, for yourself. Start giving it to yourself. You're worthy of it. That is really what's necessary right now. If you resonate with this video, you know what I'm talking about. You know how you're feeling. You know what situations are popping up for you and for others. So embody compassion now for yourself and for others, and your world will shift. Everything will get better. Trust that, know that, believe it, and have an amazing day. And if you're having a hard time showing yourself or anybody else compassion, there's something there that's blocking you. And if you're ready to find out what that is, I can help you. I am a spiritual transformation coach. Here's a link to my website. Give me a shout. Let's talk. See where you are. See what you need to give yourself the confidence and to show yourself some compassion. And if you like the contents of this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, leave a comment. Love to hear where you are on your journey to compassion. And subscribe to my channel. Truly grateful. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me. Many blessings.